Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Aisha, but that much is what you know already. I wanted to share with you a probably very personal journey of becoming not only Islamic therapist, but also an author. I never thought I'm going to become an author, yet here I am, authoring my way throughout this counseling and psychotherapy field within faith-based and spiritual psychology-based methodology and practice. Now, I've never thought that this profession, counseling and psychotherapy, but also this choice of mine as a convert to Islam, is going to lead me and is going to leave me with a void in my heart, always wanting to contribute, always wanting to have a voice, always wanting to leave something of a value behind me. And that's obviously is not only counseling and psychotherapy level of responsibility for contribution to society, but also almost for me, it is a level of me uh, seeing myself as a believer. It's a level of responsibility of my own well-being and my own welfare, because we believe that our life is eternal, and my aspiration to leave something of a sadaqah jariyah, something that is going to be of a meaning both to my clients and both to my peers, co-therapists, co-counselors, psychotherapists, and so forth. Now, I wasn't always here, being so aware and affirmed in the idea that the courage should prevail, and the courage should the courage should encourage and motivate me to compile the studies. It probably was 3, 4 years before I wrote this book. The courage that led me to interview counselors and therapists and rakis and hakims, and thank you all who contributed to this beautiful book. Um, uh, I couldn't have written it without you. You know who you are. Majority of you decided to be humbly mentioned by your anonymous names in this book, but you gave me an idea um, how to help a Muslim soul in 21st century. You allowed me to come to conclusions and discover beautiful aspects of Islamic psychology that not all speakers, not all academics write about. And and that was so important because thanks to this research, thanks to this courage, thanks to this idea of Sadaqah Jariyah, I'm able now to sit in front of my clients and say, you know what, I know it's going to help you. I no longer think, I no longer speculate. I go back to this framework which had been developed thanks to this research. And one by one, bit by bit, we helping you, meaning my clients, we're helping you to overcome whatever needs to be overcome on this in your journey in this dunya through the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and become a whole self. And that translates probably in forgiveness, in assertiveness, in self-esteem, in strong identity as a believer, in great assertiveness in using tools that deal with mental health problems like depression, anxiety, so forth, but all underpinned by Quran and Sunnah. Now, that position is not given to everyone. That position was something I craved for many, many years. I remember my first experience of counseling back in 2010, when I thought to myself, I'm at home because I was studying Islamic counseling and psychotherapy. I was surrounded by the tribe of the people who were like me, who were uh, looking, searching to become uh, fully accomplished, not only as a Muslim, but also as a Muslim practitioners. And then that led me to work with them and other enlightened souls within my tribe of Muslim counselors for Islamic counseling and psychotherapy agency. And I really thought, this is it. I really thought, I really made it. I was really proud, really happy, really satisfied, but something was missing. And that led me probably to bit of a crisis, because all those years of struggling, of journaling, of relearning, of re-establishing yourself as a Muslim, and counseling is a really in-depth, a well thought through process of refining your idea of yourself, of who you are. That leaves you with not only self-satisfaction, but with an idea that you know now what it takes to overcome things and help others. But that wasn't enough for me. That wasn't enough for me. So I came to this identity crisis, although I thought it will never come to be true because I've done so much work on myself. And I had to sit with myself and I had to reevaluate and understand what was going on because it wasn't logical. It wasn't logical what was happening. And if I reflect on it from the perspective of time, it felt very similar to me contemplating becoming a Muslim, and that will be 20 years ago now, alhamdulillah. Because again, logically speaking, I should be satisfied, but I wasn't. I should be happy, but I wasn't. I should be settled, but I wasn't. And again, when I faced that in being a Muslim, probably 10 years later, being a Muslim counselor psychotherapist, I thought to myself, what is it that I haven't seen? And the thing is that, and the point I'm trying to make is, your journey is never established. Your journey is never finished. I never knew that. However satisfied you might feel in your job as I did, and I do until today, your job is never finished. So maybe that's why I wrote another book later on. And maybe that's why I'm reaching out to you now and I'm inviting you, if you are a therapist like me, and if you also feel that this journey is never ending and there's so much more to learn and appreciate the ocean of ilm, of knowledge, both in Islamic science and both in psychology, please join me this weekend. This weekend that I'm referring to is a weekend study, 14th and 15th of December, where we will sit down together and case by case study from this book, we're going to look deeply into how to deal with Quran and Sunnah-based approaches with things like anxieties, losses, depressions, crisis, spiritual crisis per se, and how to help clients to connect with themselves, with the again, Quran and Sunnah-based aspects of themselves and what the process is, not only in psychotherapy and psychology, but also Islamic counseling and psychology are there that could possibly aid and support and bring some effective changes in our client's life. I cannot wait for this weekend. I cannot wait to share case studies and a bonus, this book itself, free of charge with you. So that's right, in this course, Guiding Hearts, which will start on 14th and will end up on 15th of December. I'm also going to give you my book away. We're going to go through this research together. We're going to read this together, but it's not going to be theory loaded. It's not one of those. We're going to actually sit down and practically evaluate, reflect on our practice, but also on a theory which is out there and see how it's applicable in those case studies which are enclosed in this course. So we will learn from each other, not only from theory, not only from the experience of others, but also we will be in the process of reflection, something so essential for us as a therapist. Now, with that being said, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Please click the link below and please allow me to welcome you on this beautiful Guiding Heart journey. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.